Hello, I'm starting a new series on, well, I'm going to try and teach you guys what I know about redstone. So, yeah, what's going on with the redstone down there? Looking a bit glitchy. So let's get started. I'll just go into the basics first, and I'll probably stop this redstone clock. So I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you know what an AND gate is. Like that, right? Well, you can make them bigger. So you could do something like that. As long as there's redstone torches powering off this redstone, which powers off that torch. That's how these gates work. But that's not. I'm not going to use that design. So I'll show you a better one. Should keep those, and I'll just move that. So you can do it like this. Now, sure it's not as compact, but means you can make a massive AND gate. This is kind of like, I think it's an encoder, like an encoder gate. I'm not too sure, but it takes all of these, oops, to turn that on, turn off, and turns it off. So, yeah, that's that. Okay, I'm going to show you T flip-flop. A couple ways of doing it. So we got this way. Do the basic way first. Well, there's a lot of ways you can do it, but I'll show you kind of the two main ways that I know. And that's how. So once you clock that, it changes, and you can grab an output where the torch is under. So it updates when the redstone is powered on. Like when it's powered on, it updates when it's powered off again. So that is that one. And then this one, we get a sticky piston here, and we create a pulse limiter, which I guess is an extra thing showing you how to make here. So how you make a pulse limiter, that sort of one. You can set the delay with this, and you can extend the thing so it has more delay. Okay, I could have moved that one closer, but whatever. You want to delay it that many, which should make it do one tick. So when I do it, it does that, and yeah. And now we're going to make an instant block detector piston. So now whenever I place a block here, it'll automatically push it straight away. So yeah, which you can put that in a loop, so it'll just like keep pushing blocks around in a loop, and you can make that as a transport system for blocks. So yeah, okay, what next? I'll show you decoder, and then I'll show you programmable decoder, which is really cool. And I came up with it, but I think other people have already come up with the idea anyway. So you have however many lines of data you'll be outputting from the ground, and then you want to get across, and however many bars of programming. This is kind of like ROM. Call it ROM. So try and get through this quickly. You'll be doing this, and then these are your inputs on the side here. and then you're going to run that along here to power any placed torches off. So what this does is I can program lines to do certain things, do whatever I like. So now whenever I power this one, it's programmed to only turn that one on. Power that one, it's programmed to do that. And this is programmed to do that. And this one to do that. And you can use that for like screens like that thing, which is for avalanche. That's 32 by 24 pixels. Okay, programmable encoder. Should be fun. Build it here. I'll just build one line of the stuff. It can get pretty big. I mean, I can make them compact, but if I want inputs to it, it has to be kind of big. This programmable encoder. I mean decoder. So you'll do this, like that, and put that there. And you're just going to place every single torch on. And then you can put above there, put some redstone across here. Put that there, put that there, and here's your input. At this moment it'll just turn every single one on. We do not want that. Maybe we do, but not really. And actually you're going to destroy that, sorry. Don't want those. And then up here, there are your inputs for programming it. So I can just, if I feel like it, I can just put levers on here in a pattern. And when I tell it to go now, nothing's going to happen. If I program, say, those two to go on, hit it, those two will go on. So redstone signal can, yeah, change it. And you can just put redstone along there and like run your outputs on the side, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's programmable decoder. And now we're getting FPS lag. Getting lag spikes. Okay. Now there's a programmable encoder, which is pretty hard to make, I think. Yeah, I can't even remember how to do it myself. So I showed it in another tutorial where I can memorize how to make it. Okay, so I will show you RS no latch pulse lengthener, or like a time limit thing. So you make your RS no latch, and then if you want a short time limit, you can do, if you want a fairly short time limit, do that. And now I turn that on, or when I turn that on, it'll automatically reset it after a certain amount of time, and I can extend that to however many repeaters I like. Oops. So I'll keep that on for a certain amount of time. So that's that. And now what else? Okay, I know a lot of things. Let's make a flood switch, I guess. That'd be fun. So you want to do this. You want to do, hopefully I can remember how to do this as well, so I'm not forgetting everything. I'm going to do that, put that there actually? Oh yes, this is right. And run that along there. And I'm going to put piston here with a block, and I'm going to put redstone there, and a repeater, and redstone there. Now whenever I put a block here, it detects it, so it generates a pulse whenever a block updates next to it. You can take your output from, say, here, but make sure you don't disrupt it. Now it's aiming away from that one, so now when I do it, it's not going to reset itself. See, it's bugged, so I've got to do that. Yeah, so you can run it from out here. And now that repeater goes on, generates a 1 tick pulse, and I can change that to, yeah, whatever I like. I think I can change that. Okay, yeah, that's a nice little one wide bud switch. So that's that. What to do now? Well, what are some gates? Oh yes, I know a good one. You can use sticky pistons or normal pistons and sand blocks with this one. It's a counter that I use for pretty much everything that I need counting with. Yeah, so you want to do however many you want it to count up to. So just for this I'm going to do that many, and I'll put blocks there. You don't need the bottom ones, but I'll keep them there anyway. And then I'll put some coloured blocks there, so it looks nice. And then I'll do this, and depending on how fast you're going to need this thing to go, I'll put it on 2 ticks and give it a short pulse, input pulse. So you can do that, and you can get your outputs from here. You can put a repeater there, unless you can, if you're going to get back feed. Otherwise you can just do that if it's going to be like a one-way signal. But if you're going to get back feed, I really suggest putting a repeater. So yeah, oh, and there's another redstone thing I can show you after this as well, so that can be handy for this thing. What I like to do is put self-resetting thing on it, but or I could just have a lever that sets that off, so it turns it on and off. And yeah, we're going to create our pulse limiter. So I'm going to do it here. Oh, and I'll actually, for this, for the purpose of showing you things, I'm going to make a piston pulse limiter, which are awesome, these things. So this one will make a 1 tick pulse, or not. Yeah. Oh, okay. Turns out we'll be using sand after all. I guess that's why they use sand. Okay. Or gravel, but sand looks nicer, in my opinion. Whenever we do that, now they'll just fall back down. And when we activate that, they'll go up by 1 every time. And the outputs will do that. And now, for our piston counter, we are going to kind of optimize it. So we're going to make it self-resetting, so when it gets to the end it'll just reset the whole thing. And run that 1 block higher so it doesn't interfere. Not that it matters too much anyway, if it interferes. So now we've got it doing that. Now when it gets to the end, well, But okay, we'll be doing this. I'm just going to use redstone. Don't need repeaters going near the pistons. We can do that, and hopefully that'll reach the end piston there. Yes, it does. So watch, and it resets. And also we can now grab an output from this side as well. So we can do that. And I think in the next video I'll show you how to make a 7-segment display. And I'll add on to this thing. So yeah, that's it for today. See you later, guys.